Yesterday, we acted along those lines. We went after the terrorist masterminds who committed the October 7th massacre. And we did so in Qatar, which gives safe haven. It harbors terrorists. It finances Hamas. It gives its terrorist chieftains sumptuous villas. It gives them everything. So we did exactly what America did when it went after the terrorists, the Al-Qaeda terrorists in Afghanistan, and after they went and killed Osama bin Laden in Pakistan. Now the various countries of the world condemn Israel. They should be ashamed of themselves. What did they do after America took out Osama bin Laden? Did they say, oh, what a terrible thing was done to Afghanistan or to Pakistan? No, they applauded. They should applaud Israel for standing and up to these same principles and carrying them out.
The impudence and arrogance of a disgusting narcissist who is nothing but a shameless war criminal is just painful to watch. This phony creation of a nation known as Israel has no problem to force the world to feel their pain of the losses of their ancestors for the past 80 years. They claim they are being attacked by their neighbors, but in reality, they are the ones always attacking their neighbors. Israel has bombed all countries in the Middle East without any provocation, but somehow, they always claim to be the victims. Hello and welcome again to the Edge Politics podcast. Geopolitical Queen here with today's episode on the entitlement of an artificial country created on Palestinian lands, which is disgustingly imposing their genocidal criminal acts on the world because they are backed by the United States. Israel's failed attempt to murder the Hamas negotiators in Doha, Qatar, on 9 September 2025 is just one more example of the United States and the Israeli perfidy and malice. Like two demented professional wrestlers, the United States and Israel are a tag team with a practiced scheme. The US presents a proposed negotiation. It could be a ceasefire or talks to keep Iran from building a nuclear weapon, for example. The US lures the other side to a meeting and then passes intelligence about the location and time of the meeting to its attack dog Israel. And then Israel launches a massive bombing run against that location at the specified time. It was done to Soleimani in Iraq, Hezbollah chief Nasrallah, the government of Iran and its nuclear scientists, and again just yesterday in Qatar against the Hamas negotiations. The lesson should be clear now, or so at least it should be, that the United States is not a trustworthy negotiating partner, and Israel has established itself as the number one terrorist entity in the world. Since October 7, 2023, these demented Zionists have attacked and killed civilians in Palestine and the West Bank, Lebanon, Syria, Egypt, Iraq, Yemen, Iran, and now Qatar. Despite all the White House denials, it is certain that Tel Aviv fully coordinated this attack with Washington. But the Arab world is also to be blamed for this. If the Qatari leaders had just a little bit of a set of testicles in between their legs, they would have ordered the Al Udeid base where the United States operates from closed immediately. But of course, they lack manhood and pride. Instead, they prance around in white sandals, bedecked with gold and flowing in gowns like sniveling cowards, and continue to behave like house slaves to the United States, although they are the ones financing the United States budgets. The United States orders them to dance, and they do so. Instead of demanding that the West respect the rights and lives of the Palestinians, they simply lower their heads, mumble a few words, and tap a dance as enablers of genocide. Why wouldn't Netanyahu, a convicted war criminal, be spewing gibberish after attacking a sovereign state instead of apologizing? Hopefully, these Gulf Arabs will find their courage and their dignity to somehow refuse to be vassals of the United States and try to look back at this period with the same disgust some of us feel when listening to lectures about the Holocaust from genocidal Israelis. How and why did the Zionists fail to kill the Hamas leaders in Qatar, if we may ask? Did the Hamas folks receive advance warning from a foreign intelligence service, such as the Russians or the Iranians, for example? The failure of the Zionist attack came as a jarring surprise for Donald Trump when Tel Aviv was informing the world that Trump signed on it. Was he promised that the attack would wipe out the Hamas leadership and clear the decks for a Zionist-dictated deal to take over Gaza, which then would enable his in-law Jared Kushner to start building his beachfront buildings or real estates which he has in mind? If it had succeeded, would he have eagerly taken credit for the success of the operation? Well, now Trump has to deal with the fact that the United States is once again implicated in a war crime. So what do you think? Is Israel a victim, or rather the terrorist nation in the Middle East? Well, kindly leave your comments in the comment section below, and thanks for tuning in. I will be back with the next broadcast. Good day.